Good morning, folks. It's December 7, 2024. I'm on the Osage of Truman Lake, Osage arm of Truman Lake this morning. It's early. It's about 8:30. Cold this morning, 31 degrees. Wind's blowing a little bit. Water temperature is 41.2. A little warmer water here than up in the upper Grand where I was yesterday. I've got a crosswind where I'm sitting, trying some new spots. Been looking at this spot. I've graphed a lot of fish out there. I'm going to try to fish it this morning. The problem is I'm looking right into the sun with the rod, so I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but we'll just do the best we can. Stay with me. Oh, I can see that one. There we go. There we go. That one took it down pretty good. Doesn't feel all that big, but he sure pulled on it. I'd tighten my drag. Come on. Doesn't feel like a little tiny one. Yeah, he's all wrapped up too. I mean, lassoed. Oh, he just came unwrapped. All right, he's a roller. A rock and roller. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good little fish. Pretty decent little fish. That's on a headpiece too. Try to keep it in this back camera. That sun is brutal coming from the other direction. There we go. There we go. Let's see what length it is. Fish is 24.5 inches long. Boy, that'd be a good keeper if I were keeping fish, but I'm not. I got a mess yesterday, so I'm not keeping any today. Alrighty. There's one in the sun. I'm getting one here now. Oh, got him. Got him. All right, maybe I ought to stay. That wind's blowing right in this pocket, and there's some deep water, and it's right off this main channel. There were a lot of fish down there. I didn't see a lot of shad, but I saw a lot of fish. Maybe I ought to stay here and not be so impatient. Oh, is that a channel cat? We don't want no channel cats. Yep, old muddy channel cat. Nasty. Boy, it is muddy too. Well, I don't know. I can't tell if that's a channel or just a muddy blue. That might be a muddy blue. Be perfectly honest with you, I can't tell. I think that's a channel. Good gosh. I think that's a little channel cat. You all tell me what you think. All right. I'm not going to put it back out. It's 9:10. That sun's killing me. I'm going to move. Okay, I'll tell you what, folks, I made a move. Man, I have found the shad. They are just balled up out here. They're thick. They're anywhere down 15, 20 feet deep on the bottom up to 8 feet on the top. There's some catfish in them. Right under them, there's some catfish on the bottom. 30 feet out there, comes up when the break line starts, about 20 feet deep. A lot of fish out here. Now, whether they'll bite my baits, I don't know, but we're going to give them a try. It's 9:30. See what happens. There it is. Less than a minute. That wind's blowing right in here where we're sitting, blowing that shad up this direction. Oh, got one over there too. This might be the ticket. Keeper fish. Little keeper fish. That's on a float. Santee Cooper rig. Get your fin off there. Headpiece. That fish liked the headpiece. Oh, come out of there, buddy. Yep. All right, we'll give him another headpiece. And a bonus eyeball from the last one. Oh, right here. Man, boy, that was a good takedown. Missed him. Dadgummit. There's some fish out there, folks. They may not be monsters, but there's a lot of action going on. This one I just threw out here a little bit ago. Yep. Oh, did he come off? Good gosh. It's on a headpiece. I'm going to just have to let them take it. Look at there. It's kind of all fouled up. I think he probably did that. Getting a bite right there. That's one with the bonus eyeball. I'm going to throw it back out. You little knuckleheads are going to have to start taking it before I reel on you. Out there on the outside. Come on. He took it down and held it finally. Right. Finally got one to commit. All these little jib jabbers out there. That may be a channel cat. No. Little blue cat. Looked like a channel coming up. I don't know. Spotted. I tell you, I'm having a hard time, folks. I don't know. I guess I can't tell the small channels from the small blues. Gosh dang, I know one thing. He got it. There it is. All right. They're muddy. On the bottom. Got one right here. Come on. Commit. It only hurts for a little while. I'm not keeping any fish today. Man, what a beautiful day, folks. That sky's cleared. Sun's out. Come on. We're gonna make for a tough bite today. High skies after a front. Oh, I say that and then all my rods go down. Yep. Shows you what I know. Got one here too. Got one here too. Got two of them going. Oh, that one feels pretty decent. Better than a little bitty sandwich fish. I don't know if that one's still on there or not. Well, take that back. Not that big either. But I'm gonna lay it down here. See if this one's still on. Yep. Oh. Well, these fish are fooling me. This one feels good too. Coming at me, coming at me. Had this one out there. I mean, these spinning reels, you can throw these things halfway across the cove. Not too bad, I don't think. No monster. No. About like the other one. We felt better than that. Got me all wrapped up. All tangled up. Come on now. Why'd you do me that way? Set him over here. He felt up better than that, I'll have to say. I have to do a little work on that one. Another just, boy, he felt a lot bigger than that. He's got marks on him where he's wrapped up, that's why. He was all tied up. Where's this other one? This one's better than him. Boy, these fish are muddy. On the bottom. That's on the Santee Cooper rig. That other one, I think, is just straight Carolina rig. There you go. If I was keeping fish, I'd have a pretty good little mess today. But I'm not. All right, got a tangle job here to work on. That's a bad thing about this braid. Man, it'll tangle up, tie up. I'm just going to cut it. Always put a bead between the bottom of my weight and my swivel where my leader is, just to kind of protect that knot. And I use a bead with a wide opening so the bead doesn't hit on the knot. It hits on both sides of it and rests on the swivel instead of the knot. Never made sense to me. People use beads with a little bitty opening instead of the weight beating on the knot. The bead beat on the knot. Just tying that with a Palomar knot. I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, that bead, if you can, it's got a pretty wide opening in it. So it rests down on the swivel on both sides of the knot. In other words, the knot's in the middle of it, so it doesn't beat on it. Nothing's beating on my knot. Nothing in the world worse than something beating on your knot. Oh, there we go. There's a better takedown. He didn't mess around with it. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, baby. There's a ton of shad out here. These fish are just following these balls of shad, I think, and feeding on them. Be a big one come along here after a while, maybe. I know they're in there. Looks like about the others, but he didn't mess around with it. It's a little bit bigger. Better put my grippers on him. Got him. There you go. Another eater. I tell you what, these are just eater fish, but they sure are fun to catch. I like to catch a big fish, but a day of catching these one after the other is a fun day. It's a fun day. Maybe that's what I'll call this video. And maybe not. You know what I brought with me today? Bologna sandwich. I wouldn't dare get it out now. There'd be chaos. All these rods would be going down. So I'm just going to have to wait a while. I know all you English majors out there are saying, you're not pronouncing that right. It's not bologna. I get it. I've had an English class or two. But I'm from the Boot Heel. And down the Boot Heel, we call it bologna. Oh, there we go. See, if you just talk about bologna, you get a bite. Look at that. That's got several bonus eyeballs on it. Very, yeah, start saying, but I'm sitting here messing around. Got one here too. Man, they just decided to bite all of a sudden. A little group of fish swam through, I guess. Might be a ball of shad floated by there with a bunch of fish on them. It's like all the rest. That's on a side piece. Santee Cooper rig. All right, where was I? That's it. That's a head piece. I'm gonna leave the bonus eyeballs on there. Those catfish, they love those bonus eyeballs. I guess. How do I know? I just made that up. You know, you sit out here all day, not another soul in sight, talking to yourself. Sometimes you get a little goofy. That's okay. It's kind of the way I like it, all by myself. There he goes. And he's gone. How did he pull it down so steadily and then just disappear? I'll tell you what, it's 10:28. It's been fun sitting here catching these, but I think I'm gonna move around a little bit. Such a pretty day. I'm gonna reel these in, scan around. I may not leave this area, a lot of shad in here. But I'm gonna look around a little bit. Stay with me. This is what I'm looking at out here. See all that shad? There's just a ton of shad out here. The wind's blowing on this bank I was fishing. It's blowing more back down toward the back of this cove. I'm gonna go check it out, but look at all that shad. I mean, that's just huge piles of shad. There's some stuff down under it. See this down here? Go back in here where the wind's blowing back in this cove. Stay with me. Okay, I've done a lot of scanning since you saw me last. I kept going on down that bank where all those balls of shad were. When you got to about 15 feet, the shad disappeared, the fish disappeared. They just were not up in that shallower water. So I've scanned around. I've gone to a few other places just looking. Haven't found anything better than what I left, frankly. I'm not far from there now, but I came out here. This is a secondary point with the wind blowing right in on it, and I came right into the mouth of this, getting a bite there. And there was a big ball of shad right out there. Looked like some fish with it. So I just pulled in here on the bank, and I've thrown out in it. This far right one, I had a couple of pretty big shad. I've been cutting small pieces, but just for something different, I cut a middle chunk, pretty good size, and put on this far right pole, and it's been bouncing and bouncing. I suspect it's a little one that can't get it in its mouth, but we might find out if it keeps going. It's noon. I'm getting ready to sit down and have a sandwich. I knew it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I was having my sandwich. He took it down. What happened there? He was on there for a minute. There we go. Yep. Boy, I was just finishing my sandwich. Well, I got something wrong with this reel. That's the same one that acted up on me one of my earlier videos. I'm gonna have to remember this. It'll be easy this time. It's the only one with the yellow line on it. Take it out of service. got some others. Oh, come on, yeah. Not the same size as the others. That's on a headpiece. Man, I was just getting ready to pack up and leave. You know my saying, you can eat your sandwich and not get interrupted, you're in the wrong place. As on a headpiece. There we go. All right. Do I stay or do I go? I've had a couple little jabs here and that one fish, and that's it. Finished my lunch. I'm not going to fish a long time today. I may pull them in, look at one more spot. I'm right here on the edge of a deep channel where it feeds into this little cove. Slope comes up here. Man, I marked a bunch of fish coming in here. Right at the top of the slope, or the ledge, at about 30 feet. There was a lot of fish. So I'm just kind of throwing down parallel to that ledge. Some on both sides, some real deep, some right up kind of on top of it. This is a spot where you might catch a real good one. All right. All right. I knew there had to be a fish down there. I saw too many of them on the screen when I was coming in here. That don't mean they're going to bite, but I knew there was some fish there. It's like all the others. Another just fun fish. Come in the old boat. Join the party. Headpiece. Okay, just another fun sizer. Thank you. Boom. Off it goes. That was on a headpiece. One of the larger headpieces I've put out today. He didn't hurt it. I'm going to throw it back out. No longer than I'm going to be here, I'm just going to put it right back out. Okay, folks, that's going to do it for me today. It's 1:15. I'm going to go to the house. It's been a beautiful day. I was hoping we'd catch a good fish here in this spot, but we just caught another one of those fun fish. But we've caught several of those today, and I've had fun. I appreciate you coming along with me. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of future videos. And more importantly, at the end of this video, there will be a link to 2 other videos. Please tap on one of them or both of them. Come back, watch them both. But if you enjoyed this one, I think you'll enjoy the videos that are linked at the end. So again, thanks for being with me. I'll see you on the next one.